Hey everybody, welcome back to another business analysis video. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Pippa and I share knowledge about business analysis career and the business analyst lifestyle. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the key to passing your exams, right? Preparing for a BA or domain knowledge exam can feel overwhelming. So much material to cover, so little time, and so much pressure to pass on the first try. I've been there, whether it's the BCS Business Analysis Diploma, whether it's Agile, Data, AI, or industry-specific exams. Passing in the first sitting isn't about just reading books. It's about studying the right way. So in this video, I'll share the exact self-study system that helped me pass my BA exams without expensive training courses, including how to break down complex topics, retain information better, and walk into the exam fully confident. So let's dive right into step 1, which is understanding how BA and domain exams are structured. Before you start studying for your exam, you need to know how your exam is structured so that you can tailor your approach. Try to understand what types of BA and domain knowledge exams exist. Is it multiple choice exams, such as BCS Foundation, CCBA, CPAP, Agile BA? Is it scenario-based exams, such as the BCS Practitioner, the BA, the Data BA certifications? Is it oral exams and case studies, the BCS Oral Diploma, the IIBA CPAP oral exam, right? Is it practical exams? Is it BPMN? Is it process mapping? Is it SQL-based BA certifications? Okay, so you really want to understand what type of exam it is so that you're able to prepare and structure your study for passing your exam. Step 2 is to create a study plan that covers all the exam areas. So one of the biggest mistakes people make, right, is studying randomly instead of following a structured plan. Here's my 4-week self-study plan for BA exams. Week 1, familiarization and core concepts. You want to read the syllabus and you want to identify the key topics. And you also want to know what chapters, what books you need, what page are those topics covered as part of the syllabus. Week 2 is to deep dive into the techniques. You want to study the frameworks, obviously based on the syllabus. You want to study the frameworks such as Moscow, SWOT, BPMN. In week 3, you then want to practice questions and exam techniques. Maybe try to do some timed mock exams. Maybe try to do some past exam questions. Even use flashcards, right? Week 4 is to review and application. Is to summarize the key concepts using notes and flashcards. Now, this is just a plan for over 4 weeks, and you will then also have a daily schedule of what you're doing, right? So that you continuously reframe your mindset, you continuously build the knowledge, understanding, and check your knowledge as well. Step 3 is to use smart study techniques to retain information faster. Just reading a textbook, it won't help you remember the material at all. Instead, you want to use active learning techniques that make studying more effective, right? Here's the best study technique for BA exam that I've used. 1 is mind mapping. You want to create visual summaries to link the concepts together, okay? There are other techniques that you can also use to explain complex topics in simple terms, for instance, as if teaching a 5-year-old, right? Another technique which really helps is flashcards and spaced repetition, right? That will help you to reinforce your concept. One of my favorite one is to practice by writing. You want to summarize the key ideas in your own words instead of copying the notes, okay? So what I use in this one is the Pomodoro method, right? I study for 20 minutes, take a 5-minute break, right? And then take 10 minutes to write down what I've studied in the first 20 minutes, what I remember from it. Now you can do that in these short ways, or you can do it in longer periods of time, which is what I've also done. I study for 1 hour and then take 10 minutes break, and then use 20 minutes to summarize what I've just read in the last 1 hour. So that you're also able to go back to what you've read rather than continuously moving forward and piling on the knowledge. It won't really help you to remember what you've studied. So that's literally what I've done in order to pass exams when I'm self-studying. Another thing that really helps is audio learning, right? Try to record yourself explaining the concepts and then listen while commuting. Maybe you're going on the train, on the bus. Listen to that. If you can't explain SWOT without looking at notes, you don't fully understand it, okay? So teaching concepts out loud helps commit them to memory. Moving on to step 4, which is mastering BA exam questions and time management. Knowing BA techniques is great, but if you don't know how to approach the exams questions strategically, you might still struggle, okay? So here's how to tackle BA exam questions. For multiple choice strategy, right? Read the question carefully, eliminate the wrong answers first, right? And then select the ones that feel the most right to you. For scenario-based strategy, identify key stakeholders, problem areas, apply frameworks, right? For those sort of exams that give you a scenario. Now, for time management, please don't get stuck on one question. Try to flag them. Those systems have the way you can flag them so that you can move on and come back to them later, because obviously exams are timed framed. So you want to make sure you're not wasting too much time on one question. Answer structuring for oral exams. So for those type, it's kind of like real life interviews. So try to use STAR method as well. Your situation, your task, your action, your result, to explain your responses clearly, right? Moving on to step 5, which is your exam day tips and how to stay confident. It's very difficult because obviously you don't want to fail, right? We always have that fear of failure, but your preparation is done. There's nothing more you can do. Now it's time to walk into the exam with confidence, okay? Here's what you want to do on your exam day. Review quick notes, not full books. Stick to your mind maps and summary sheets and your flashcards. But don't go back into the book into too much details to confuse yourself and increase your fear. Another thing to do is to arrive early and try to stay calm. Try to avoid last minute panic cramming. It doesn't help, trust me. Another thing is to read the question twice. You want to ensure that you fully understand what's being asked so that you don't rush and answer it wrongly. Like I mentioned, use the answer and move on rule. Don't dwell too much or too long on one question. If you feel like you don't know it, flag it and come back to it later. Okay? Finally, trust your preparation. You've put in the work, so believe in yourself. You can do it. Take deep breaths before your exams, right? And just trust the process. Trust yourself. I wish you all the best for those that are preparing for exams, right? I know that you can pass in the first sitting. You definitely can with the right preparation, okay? Self-studying isn't just about putting in the hours, right? It's about studying smarter, using active learning and practicing strategically, okay? So I feel that if you follow this approach, you walk into any BA exam fully prepared, confident, and ready to pass in your first sitting. Now, tell me, what's your biggest challenge that you face when studying for BA exam? Let's discuss in the comments section. I'd love to share my experiences as well. But as always, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. You never know who it might help. Till I see you in my next one.